Yo, let me talk my shit. These niggas been riding my wave, you hear me? With a fake ass surfboard. Okay. So now, we buying whole things, and we say no shopping, yo hood. I just bought a cake, I put that shit on a plate. I hit that shit with a hammer, watch them get geeked off the flakes. These niggas ride my wave, Wayne Gretzky ice, I wanna skate, pay the lawyer, beat the case. Backwood to the face, pack gone in a day, you better behave. I just bought a cake, I put that shit on a plate. I hit that shit with a hammer, watch them get geeked off the flakes. These niggas riding my wave, Wayne Gretzky ice, I wanna skate, pay the lawyer, beat the case. Backwood to the face, pack gone in a day, you better behave. Flip word, smash it, little big plate, extra syrup, waffle house.
Yeah, it's your boy Miami Rob, man. It's a Rod in the Garage show, man. We live. We got my boy Mike Fresh in the house, man. What's good, Mike? Y'all already know what it is, man. We in here, man. We in the garage like we do, you know. And we gonna sit around and talk about the old days, the new days, and what we got in between. Shit, we got a lot to talk about, Mike, man. We got to talk about what was going on back in the days, man. I want to know what was going on with Luke, Shy D, JT. Shit, you done songs with Trina, Trick, man. It's my first show, Rod in the Garage show. This your boy Miami Rod, man. Like I said, we got Mike Fresh. What's good, Mike?
Shit, ain't nothing too much, man. Just chilling, man. You know, smoking on a little stogie. You know what I'm saying? Doing my thing.
Okay. What you been up to?
I've been chilling, man. You know, in the studio a little bit. You know, DJing a little bit. Working a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Now, what everybody want to know is, for real, like, how did you actually get hooked up in Miami with all these celebrities and all these rappers I just named from the crib, man? It's just, you from Atlanta, man. What part of Atlanta you from?
Southwest Atlanta, better known as Ben Hill, Ben Real.
Okay. That's what's good. Well, shout out Ben Hill, man. So, tell me, let's take it from the beginning, man. Where did you start? Like, how did you actually even get into music, dog? Like, where did it start at? The people want to know.
I mean, back when I was a child, man, I just listened to my daddy be playing records. I just always liked music, you know what I'm saying? I was into his stereo. He tell me to get off of the stereo. I'm back at the stereo, and then I start taking stuff loose and taking stuff apart. Get my ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? But
sounds familiar. Sound like my childhood.
I was just into it like that, you know. But my first time picking up an instrument, Mama bought me a clarinet, and I was like, I don't want no clarinet. These for girls. You know,
so you was in the band?
Yeah, I was definitely in the band. So I got on them drums.
Drums. So I'm just want to know what kind of band you like, that orchestra band or like that, like, you know, that like FAMU, you know, Howard band, you know, the HBC, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I went to Thera High School. It's all black school. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we did have a white band director, Mr. Miller.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he wanted to incorporate, you know, some of that white formations, steps and stuff. And we did a few of that, but we went down with that.
Right.
So, you know, we seen he was doing a little too much of that. So, you know, we did a strike. You know, the band sat down and strike.
So y'all boycotted what you saying?
Yeah, boycotted. We had, you know, power in numbers, you know what I'm saying?
So what you saying is that y'all actually boycotted, I guess, the band program until he changed something in the curriculum for y'all.
He just had them play. Let's get funky with what we want to do. You know, let us do our thing. You know.
All right. Okay. So they moved from the band. So how the band go from
Well, even with the band, I was still messing with them damn turntables with my daddy turntables. We ain't had the real turntable. He had like a little old school. I think it was a Pioneer old school turntable.
I used to play with my father's turntable as well.
So,
set that shit up.
You know, it just got to where then I seen Grandmaster Flash.
So would you say that's the DJ that you would look up to, or that it was your, you know?
At the time, Grandmaster Flash was the man, and Jazzy J.
Jazzy J is from It's Yours with T-La Rock. If you listen to It's Yours and the Scratching, if you was trying to figure out who Jazzy J was, he was one of the. I don't know if he was the actual producer.
And the dude, and I think he did the cuts on Herbie Hancock Rocket. I'm not sure, but I think he did the cuts on that.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, that just made me want to be a DJ.
Right. Okay, so how did it go from DJ to making beats?
Making beats happened. My brother had a friend that was in the military.
Right.
And he was over in China, dude stationed in China. And when he came back, he had a whole bunch of electronic gear.
Right.
That he bought but didn't know how to work. And he seen I was into the music a lot, so he's like, hey man, I got some equipment at the house. If you want this equipment, you know, I don't know how to work it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you can figure it out. And
so basically you had someone like a mentor just...
Yeah, I mean, as far as, he's the one that gave me a drum machine and a keyboard and a 4-track.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's how you got started on doing beats.
I started playing around with it till I figured it out, and then I was like, damn, I kind of like this. And then at first I wanted to try rap, so you know it was an MC Fresh, you know what I'm saying, and made a record.
So you used to be an MC first.
I tried.
Okay.
So I made a song called Fresh Attack, where I made the program the beat, and I said I want to take it to the studio. So I took it to the studio, Hayward Studio. It was on MLK. I think that's where Mojo did his recording, the first rapper in Atlanta. And
shouts out Mojo.
Yes, sir. And I recorded it, did the rap, everything. Brought it to this place called the Game Room, over there across the street from Greenbrier.
Okay.
And that's where everybody hanged out at. And the owner of the Game Room was a guy named DJ Smash. He had got into the DJing too. So
right.
we used to do at the Game Room, we used to put all the turntables. We had like 6 turntables out there. We still wasn't fucking with the 1200s yet.
They cost.
They cost.
Yeah, they had that money, man.
Yeah, we had the Technique B1s,
right,
or the direct drive Techniques. You know what I'm saying? So we was rolling on that, but we still doing our thing.
I only know about the 1200s. When you had the 1200s and you had that.
Yeah, but if you know, any DJ that was back then know about them Techniques, those were the ones which you DJ before the 1200s. Okay. And you still did your thing now. That's what Grandmaster Flash was on. He wasn't on 1200s first. You know what I'm saying? He was on those Techniques.
Sure.
So right. that's basically how I was DJing over there. And you know, but when I made my first beat, I said, oh man, I like doing this. So now I'm like, I want to get more deeper into making beats.
Right. Now, what I want to know, and the rest of the world want to know, how you and DJ Toomp hooked up, man. Because, you know, it seemed like in the beginning, to be honest, Mike, the first time I seen you was on a black and white, Shy D, you and Toomp. You probably know what picture I'm talking about. It's all three of y'all on the picture together. And it's like
emotional picture?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that was the first time I seen you. And so, and I was at the video shoot at the club that night in South Miami for Shake It. What club was that, Mike? God,
Stardom's.
That shit was rocking that night. I was doing my thing. I ain't gonna even lie to you, Mike. The streets was good then.
We had JJ Fab behind us.
That's what that was?
Yeah, that was JJ Fab.
I was oblivious to. I just thought y'all had some bad ones up there dancing. I had no idea that was JJ Fab. It was some bad. Listen, man. You know how historical that is, and I ain't even know it. It's your boy Miami Rod. This the Rod in the Garage show, man. We gonna get into it. So now, you and DJ Toomp, you feel me? How you even know this boy?
Man, me and Toomp grew up. He stayed right around the corner.
Wait a minute. Just in case y'all don't know who Toomp is, a lot of people might don't even know who Toomp is. I gotta let them know. Toomp done a lot of work with a lot of mainstream artists. He done shit with a lot of most T.I. hottest shit. He done shit with. I don't even want to. We ain't gonna even get it. He done did shit with Kanye. Who might, you know? Mariah Carey. This is nigga Mike came up with, man. We gonna get into now, Mike. Let's first how you know this boy. Then we gonna get into how he go from that. How all this happening, you know, and where y'all at today.
Yeah, like I said, we grew up together. He stayed around the corner from me. He's probably like 5-6 years younger than me. I was like his sister age,
right?
TC, you know. And I knew him from around the corner, but we didn't really hang like that. It's just because he was younger, you know what I'm saying. So I was DJing then, and I didn't know Toomp had started DJing, but he had gotten into DJing himself. So when I found out the DJ Toomp was DJing, that's back to the game room again. Right. He came to the game room, and the game room, like I said, is where all the DJs came, and Toomp came. I was like, oh, okay, you know, Toomp DJ. And then when I seen him do his thing, I was like, boy, that boy bad.
He was nice?
Oh, God.
I'm saying, let's be for real. I'm a DJ, like, kind of so. I ain't the DJ, but I grew up in the era of the DJ. So on a 1 to 10, he was what? Like, I'm like a Jazzy Jeff.
Let's put it this way.
You know.
They had a battle of the DJs in Atlanta.
I don't know if that's it.
Okay, I'm going to get to the point. We had a battle of DJs in Atlanta. There was one person that, at the time, and he was a part of their clique. They ended up forming a group called the ATL crew, DJ crew. But dude named DJ Daz went to Douglas.
Right.
Douglas High. And
off HE Hopes.
Yeah, so he came in first place, Toomp came in second place. And the winner who came in the top 3 DJs,
right.
They had a big party at the Omni in the basketball arena.
Right.
And the main DJ came from California was Bobcat.
I was gonna say Bobcat with LL.
Yeah.
Alright, boy, let your boy know Bobcat used to wear if you ever see an LL video and it's a nigga walking around with a Bobcat on his head, that's Bobcat. Southside Bobcat.
Before then he had a ninja outfit, you didn't even see his face. That's how he was rocking when
Did he used to be in the video with that ninja shit on? It seemed like I seen an LL video where somebody had a ninja outfit on. I think it might have been I'm Hard.
If it was Bobcat. Bobcat did the cuts on the record. Everybody used to think it was Cut Creator. They ain't had a record called Go Cut Creator Go. But Bobcat did all the cuts.
Listen, he had to keep the Hobie old because, you know.
Yeah,
Cut Creator was, you know, I used to love. But listen, Cut Creator used to do his thing.
Cut Creator was his band,
right?
But when it came to
Showtime, that boy, he had the 2 DJs.
Yeah.
Who was the first, Dougie Fresh or Hill? Cause he had
Dougie Fresh, I want to say. Dougie Fresh.
You so?
Yeah, because the first album, LL didn't have Bobcat. He brought him on the second album.
Right. Okay. So now let's move a little faster. So
Help back to Toomp.
right.
So Toomp and them did their thing at the arena, and Bobcat recognized him. Bobcat came over to the Toomp house the next day.
What?
And they was just making tapes.
So based on Bobcat hearing the nigga scratching this shit, he just said, "Hey, boy, I need to go holler at food."
Yeah. So
Damn, that lets you know how deep the DJ was back in the day. Like right now, if niggas do some scratching and shit up there, niggas be like, "Man, get your ass." You know what I mean? I don't mean it like that, because I mean they ain't gonna want to go see you at the house.
And the thing about it was, back in the days, like, it's a difference. Back in the days, you know, you didn't have no visual of YouTube or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You had to hear a tape from them and just listen and try to figure out what the fuck they did. You know what I'm saying? So
Listen, yo, the first time I heard a nigga transforming
was a Philly thing. That was Cash Money and Jazzy Jeff.
boy, listen, that transformer took this shit to it.
And I want to say Cash Money was the first.
I ain't gonna lie, as a DJ, if you can't transform, boy, you might well pack that shit up. I mean, that's just
Cash Money was the first.
that was the first.
He was the more complicated.
Who was the dopest?
But Jazzy Jeff, I swear to God,
Listen,
shows that we did,
listen.
I have never seen Jazzy Jeff mess up.
Listen, check this out. I mean, growing up as a kid, when Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff had the group, when I was growing up, we always knew Jazzy Jeff was the man. We didn't give a fuck about what Will Smith was rapping about. We was waiting for the part.
I'm gonna tell you a story.
When Jazzy Jeff was gonna scratch or cut. That's what we was looking for in Will Smith records. What Jazzy Jeff was gonna do.
I'm gonna tell you a story. We was at a club in North Carolina and they performed.
Ooh, Will Smith.
Jazzy Jeff and Will and Fresh
Wow,
Prince.
wow.
And Jazzy Jeff had broke his leg, so he was on crutches. And he was DJing, and the fans was booing Will Smith, literally. And this is when I knew. This is when I knew Will Smith was funny as hell, because was somebody in the front was.
I would have booed him too.
Was ranking him,
right?
And he said, "Man, your mama got 3 legs. She walked like this. She did like a little spin. It was funny as hell."
Right.
And then the man got mad. They wanted to fight. Will Smith.
Will ain't want to slap him then?
No, Will wouldn't.
Okay, so listen, I got a rod in the garage. I got an exclusive story with Mike Fresh, man. Talking.
Will Smith didn't even finish performing, so Jazzy Jeff had to do the rest of the show.
Cutting that bitch.
Doing tricks.
My nigga.
With a broke leg.
I wish I could have been a roach in that club on the wall and seen that. So now, back to Toomp.
So we started connecting more.
Right.
But now I'm more on making beats more than the turntable stuff. So, you know, we just started connecting and doing stuff together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then we had got with Shy D. That's a whole nother story.
Right.
On how that happened. But anyway, we ended up DJing for Shy D, but at first, Toomp was DJing for Raheem the Dream.
Right.
And I did Raheem the Dream track. And that's how Shy D knew about us. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, we started DJing for him. And then I got fired from Shy D.
Why? You got fired?
Yeah, I got fired.
For what?
To this day, that's up in the air. I don't really know. I know I said something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so how y'all get to Miami?
That's how we got to Miami.
With Shy D. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, with Shy D, yeah, Miami. All right, you got fired from Shy D. You still in Miami?
Nah, I'm back. I'm back here.
So how you get back to Miami?
So, even when I was with Shy D,
right,
I was doing tracks again. Luke knew I was doing tracks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Luke knew I was DJing. So when I got fired...
So Luke was keeping an eye on
you? Yeah, evidently. So when I got fired, I was... Tony Rock was another artist who was on Luke that put me, wanted me to be his DJ while they was on tour. So I came back. This when Luke found out I wasn't with Shy D no more.
Right.
So...
But Tony Rock knew.
Yeah, Tony Rock knew. So... At the time, I was doing the shows, but when I come back home, I was going out with Rodney Terry, who was a promotional man for Def Jam.
Right.
So I'm out on the road with him. Def Jam. I think he was in Tennessee when I got the call from Luke's office, and his accountant and his his lawyer was like, Luke want to do a producer deal with you. So I'm like, all right, let's send the contract.
I'm saying you had lawyers and all that shit back then?
No, I didn't have no lawyer, but I had to go get one. So
you did go get one?
Yeah, we did go get one, and this is a true story. So they sent the paperwork.
Right.
We seen the paperwork. We looked at it. Paperwork was like damn near 30, 40 pages, man. Damn. So, we marked all the yellow stuff yellow parts that we had problems with certain shit.
Right.
And sent it back. So Luke's people called us back and said they didn't want to do the deal no more.
Oh Lord.
So I thought I done fucked the whole shit up.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I'm fucked up. Like damn, I'm fucked up. Shit, god damn.
Being too smart.
Yeah. So, but it was really a bluff game.
Right.
So they put me on pause for like 3 months.
Damn. So you was back in Atlanta?
Yeah, I was still in Atlanta.
Back in the A.
Put me on pause for like 3 months, and then they called me and was like, all right, we'll go ahead and do it the way you
wanted to do it.
Wanted to do it. And so I came in as a producer, but a non-exclusive contract,
right.
Meaning that I can go anywhere and do work,
right.
Besides you. You know what I'm saying? So
they get if you go work with somebody else, do they get a cut?
No.
Okay. So that wasn't too bad.
Right. So went there, signed.
Right.
So I started working on, the first thing we was working on was the Luke Band in the USA. That's when he was going through all the trouble shit, the court shit with the...
You on that album?
I was on the Band in USA. I did some songs on the Band in USA album.
So that's the 2 Live Crew album?
No, that was the Luke's first album.
Is the 2 Live Crew on that album?
They did probably, I think they did like maybe 2 or 3 songs on there. I know Hobbs did like 6 or 7 songs on there. Mr. Mix.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I thought the actual Band in the USA song 2 Live Crew was on.
The album they went with all the problems was 2 Live Crew is That's As You Wanna Be album. So while they was trying to knock that off the shelf and they going through the court shit, Luke was capitalizing on it. He's like, shit, let me hurry up, go in the studio, do this Band in the USA album. Which when it dropped, it went gold immediately.
Right.
So
Right.
So speeding it up, I'm doing songs. Then I found out Toomp is not with Shy no more. And I don't know when they stopped. Maybe right. Toomp just decided I just don't want to DJ with him no more because Shy when he left Luke, he was trying to do his own thing on his own label, and it really didn't work out too well.
Right.
So, right. So at the time, I was doing the Luan album, and Poison Clan had their first album out.
Right. You weren't on the first Poison.
I didn't do the first album.
Okay.
No. Mr. Mix did all the first album. That was Mr. Mix group. Mr. Mix founded. So
he founded?
He founded
what you mean founded?
So JT and Debonair used to go to Big Daddy's. They have the Big Daddy's on Biscayne.
I know it.
Yeah.
8600?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah,
I think 8600, something like that.
Yeah, so they used to have a contest and you win and get the money. So JT and them won like 2 or 3 times. Mr. Mix was there, and
right.
Mr. Mix went up to him and said, "Hey man, we want to do a record. Let's do a record." One thing was good about Luke that he did that a lot of people never did.
What?
Like I could come there and say, "Hey man, I got 2 homeboys right now that can rap, man. I want to do something with them." He gonna tell you, put them in the studio.
Right.
Go to my studio, record them. when you get done with it, what you got, let me hear it. And if I like it, then we
gonna do something.
We gonna do something.
Damn. It was just that simple.
It was just that simple.
Well, that's what it's like when you got your own record label, and distribution and all that.
You got some labels that they get an A&R guy, and the A&R guy gets these tapes and CDs, and they don't be really doing nothing but stealing the songs,
right?
And changing them up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But Luke was really like, if it's tight, I'll record. I'll put it out. So they was under Effect Records first before they was under Luke, right? Luke had a subsidiary label called Effect Records.
Never knew that.
Yeah. So they came out on Effect Records first. So they took them on tour with the 2 Live Crew tour.
Right.
So Poison Clan didn't have a DJ. So Mr. Mix asked me, do I want a DJ? At the time, I was like, no, man, shit, all my bread and butter is here at the damn studio. What the fuck I want to go on the road for? Shit, I'm making the money making beats.
Right.
That money out there, that DJ money, a chump change.
Right.
So...
Oh, he didn't turn into the super producer. That boy
No,
said.
I just found out I'm getting $200-300 a show.
Right.
To me getting 20,000-30,000 working on an album.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. Which one more makes sense? I'm like, man, I'm in the studio, man. I'm a studio DJ now. I ain't fucking around with that road. But I told him, I told Mr. Mix, I said, though, Toomp ain't with Shy no more. He'll probably be a good person. So he's like, oh yeah. So I think I don't know if Mr. Mix called Toomp or Luke called Toomp.
Who called him?
Yeah, but Toomp ended up being Poison Clan's DJ on the first album.
So what you saying is that you made the call.
Yeah, Toomp was my homeboy.
Made the call for him to be.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, right. You hear all this is Rod in the Garage shows, your host Miami Rod, man. Listen. He just dropped some real knowledge, some jewels on me right quick that I ain't even know. I thought I was especially from Dave, as far as the music, I thought I knew something. Shit, I ain't know nothing. I know nothing. So, all right. Now, you and Toomp, y'all good? Where we at?
No, we was not good. Nowhere near good.
Talk to me.
So, where me and Toomp fell out.
So y'all speaking? What you mean you say you fall out?
I mean, as far as this, like, he always gonna be a homeboy that, he used to be in my house, I used to be in his house, right. My mama know his mama, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, like, you can't, take that away,
right.
You know what I'm saying? But the shit that he's been doing, that I just don't condone, like you trying to say you did shit that I did, which don't make no motherfucking sense. Like, you're a Grammy Award winning artist, like, producer, I meant to say, why are you talking about little shit that you did some big shit? The only way I could feel like that, you trying to attack my character, like you got some problem with me.
So are you saying it sounds like you saying he might have took credit for something?
Yeah, he's been doing interviews claiming he did tracks that I did. He been on tracks that he helped, but I brought him down. You know what I'm saying? I helped. I put money in his pocket. It got him to get some money in his pocket.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you switch out on me like this, like I ain't never did nothing for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you was not doing your thing, I was doing my thing. I kept you coming down to Miami and make some money, and not even just loot. I used to take for a little small shit like Ballet and the Fat Daddy album, made money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Madball and Uzi put a check in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? So
shouts out Madball and Uzi, boy.
Alright, so I'm feeling disrespected, but that didn't bother me. Because I know how niggas are. What you do for a nigga might not do for you back in return.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
He never called me when he started popping and be like, hey man, I got some work. You know what I'm saying? Come get some of this work.
Never?
Never. I never had a phone call. Hey man, give me some beats so I can give to some of these people. I never got a phone call. You know what I'm saying? But that didn't bother me. I was disappointed, you know. But we still was cool until you started trying to assassinate my character. Now you can't take what I did away from me. Now that's all I got. You know what I'm saying? So I got a problem with that. Yeah, I got a problem with that. And I confronted him about that. Like,
really?
One day I'm hearing this shit, and I'm like, oh hell no. So I contacted him on Facebook.
Right.
I said, dog, come holler at me. Come back. You know where I'm at. I'm still over here by my old girl spot. Come holler at me. You know? So he came the next day.
Damn.
So I'm like, dog, I don't know, man, but something was not vibing with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing you do these interviews, and you saying that you did shit that I did. Like, what the fuck? You got a problem with something that I did? First of all, did I do anything to you back in the days that you got a problem with? That you had a problem with? Anything. So he said, well, you know, I didn't get my credits on the New Jack City when we did the New Jack City song on the movie soundtrack.
What song on New Jack City?
It's a 2 Live Crew song called "Dick in the Dust."
I remember that. I do.
So I'm like,
you did the beat for that?
Yeah.
God damn, boy.
So he like, I'm telling him like, yeah, I feel you on that. I didn't write the credits. You know what I'm saying? I think my manager, Collie, wrote the credits, and he was an asshole. And I cut him off after that incident.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, dog, you gonna fault me for that? I'll take the responsibility on that. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't write the credits. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm hearing him on the interview. Now he telling people that he did the New Jack City beat, and all I did was throw a sound effect in the motherfucker. So I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
A sound effect?
Yeah, a sound effect in the motherfucker. So I'm like, dog. And the funny thing about it is people call me and ask and be like, dog, you know, Toomp said he did that beat. I said, dog, look here, man. Let's use a common sense, right? I'm gonna hit you with some common sense. First of all, Luke knew Toomp, but Luke wasn't talking to Toomp. He ain't never come. I'm the person under contract.
Right.
Alright? So let's make sense. So this is my first ever soundtrack song.
Right.
So what the fuck makes you think I ain't gonna do the beat on my first soundtrack song?
Man, for a major movie.
For a major movie.
Damn. It's deep.
You got to have that's stupid. Now, did he help? Of course he helped, and he should have got credit. But don't get on air saying you did the beat, right? Because you didn't. You know. So that's my problem with Toomp. I mean, other than that, if he stopped doing the stuff on the interviews like he be doing,
right,
it wouldn't be no problem.
Okay. So, how did you start working on JT, Money, Poison Clan? How did all that? Because really, I'm not gonna say you the soul sound of the Poison Clan, but shit, a big part of it. And me growing up listening to them boys, I mean, shouts out to them boys. I know JT, all of you. Shouts out to y'all, man. For real.
With the Poison Clan, like I said, that was Mr. Mix, baby.
Right.
But if you remember, 2 Live Crew fell out with Luke.
For what? Money?
It's always money.
Alright.
Money issue. Mr. Mix went back to California. Brother Marquise came up here to Atlanta.
Right.
Fresh Kid Ice was down in Miami. Okay. They left him in Miami. I mean, and so now they didn't have Mr. Mix is not going to be working on the second album. So they told me to go ahead and start working on the second. Well, at first Debonair, because Debonair learned how to make beats from Mr. Big. So Debonair started working on the Poison Clan album first.
Right.
And I think I did maybe a song or two from them starting it the first. Right. So then Poison Clan fell out with Luke, and they stole the allegedly. Took the masters.
Allegedly stole the masters.
Yeah.
All right.
Took the masters and demagnetized the masters, so they destroyed the masters.
So is there a different album out there, like a mystery album out there, a ghost album they got that they recorded?
There is, somebody has a tape of that, and you'll get Poison's Mentality songs. You're not gonna get the whole album. You might get probably 4 songs that you know from the album that came second, with Debonair on there as well as a verse.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay. I think I might be able. I got a hunch about that album you're talking about. I'm gonna see if I can fish it out, but I definitely know where it may be archived out somewhere. You know what I mean? You know what we talking about. So I'll see if I can locate it and make that happen for you and the fellas. So how to kind of let me say this. I know you from being in Miami. My brother introduced me to you. He brought me to you was living in the city. I don't know if I'm jumping, but you were living in the city, and I gotta say, the part of the city you were living on 15th Avenue. And if anybody knows anything about 15th Avenue, there ain't nowhere you want to live unless you're from around there. And he has got to be the only ATLian. I ain't gonna say the only one, but he's the only one I know to ever live in the hood, man, where not many want to live. And I'm just trying to figure out, how did you end up living off 15th Ave? I mean, because for one thing, you ran with a lot of music dudes, but for some reason or another, you was also around the hood dudes too. Like that, the music and the hood dudes seemed like that shit went hand in hand.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know. I just started meeting the hood dudes, man. And
I'm gonna tell you why. Because being from Miami, we don't know many niggas that know how to make music, and especially the type of music that's for us. It's one thing, you know, you go somewhere or you listen to records, and the records from New York or anywhere like that, and you try to relate to those records, but you're not from that place. To be honest, Mike, you gave us a sound, and to this day, you got people just come around to come see. I know it. They come see you, because you gave in the '90s. You gave us a sound. You worked on a lot of people's music. Gave a lot of people. You probably did records that you never got paid for. I mean, I wish I could hear those songs. Like some of them songs you ain't got no more, that you don't know, that you just gave.
That never came out.
Right. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know how hard some of them shits probably was? Yeah. Right. So I know what you gave Miami. I know what you gave Dade County.
We was the first to put Trina on a record.
You heard my dog? My dog said he the first one.
Trina wasn't rapping then. She was on the song Talking Shit to JT. You know what I'm saying? But she was on the record though. You know. So.
Who thought that was a good idea to put her on the record?
Well, Trina was known now. Trina, I mean,
I'm saying, so you saying
Pac Jam? She was Pac Jam's, one of Pac Jam's finest. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. So, Jay knew Trina, and Jay.
Everybody knew Trina.
Yeah. Jay's like, we needed a girl to talk shit back to him on a record, so he said, let me call Trina up.
I know she was bad then.
Yeah, so Trina came around and she went talking shit to him. So she was, this is before she did all the narrating and before with the slip and slide and all that. But man, there was a couple of people. I put Money Mark on Poison Clan song.
Come on, dog, man.
Yeah, Money Mark.
I don't know.
Money Mark and Damon.
Listen, I don't know I remember somebody telling me that. I don't know what Miami owes you, but they owe you a lot, dog.